Hey everyone. So today I want to share my experience with you guys traveling to Tulum, Mexico. And I want to answer the question, is Tulum the new Miami? So I went to Tulum in December 2020 with a group of friends, and we were gone for 4 days, 3 nights. And we stayed at the Kasa Hotel Parota. It's not on the main strip. It is about 10 minutes away from the main strip. So we flew into Cancun International Airport and we set up a car service before getting there. So the transportation that we were able to set up was $15 to from Cancun International to Tulum, and then $15 from Tulum back to the hotel on the day we left. So it was 15 going, 15 coming. So it was $30 round trip per person, which I thought was pretty good for a 2-hour drive. So Tulum is 2 hours south of Cancun. So I think that the city is going to get its own airport now, which is cool because then you don't have to make the 2-hour drive. But right now they don't have their own airport, so you do have to fly into either Cancun or Cozumel. I flew Spirit Airlines, and I feel like, everybody complains about Spirit, and Spirit, no, it's not the greatest airline, but honestly, the prices are good. And if you're going a distance like to Tulum, I think was 3.5 hours, I think, from where I live. So, or maybe 4 hours, I can't remember, but anything 4 hours or less, Spirit is not a bad idea to travel. And I didn't check a bag, so I was able to have my bag for free, and the ticket was about $230 round trip. So I thought that was pretty good. Like I said, we have a 2-hour drive from Cancun to Tulum. So I have been wanting to travel to Tulum for like the past 4 years now, and the drive from the airport to Tulum was always something that made me kind of apprehensive about traveling there. But because, as Americans, you hear about Mexico and the crime in Mexico and the cartels and everything. So I was a little bit apprehensive about the drive, but honestly, the drive was safe. I felt safe. It's like a highway, so once you get on that main road, you basically just travel that one main road into
Location. Okay, Rob, appreciate it. Okay.
And it felt completely safe. So I want to let you guys know that. So Tulum has gone through like a transformation over, I would say, the past 9 years. Tulum was known for its wellness and laid back vibes and yoga. Getting people would go for like the supernatural, spiritual aspect of the city, and they would go just to lay back. That was the type of vibe that Tulum had. But currently Tulum has been branded as a party city. And I was reading some articles about Tulum, and it's one article titled "Who Killed Tulum?" And I guess people who have been traveling to Tulum for years and years and years have realized or have witnessed the change that has happened there. It's gone from a place for wellness to a place to go and party. So I can see why people make the comparison of Tulum and Miami, and because Miami is a party city, and Miami usually is associated with the place you go to have fun. And I've been to Miami 4 times now over the last 9 years. And Miami, when I think about Miami, I automatically think like party, drinking, the beach, But Tulum, I was under the impression that I was going someplace that was laid back and chill. I honestly feel like Tulum is laid back and chill during the day, but at nighttime, it is a party city, or at least that's how it is. it has turned into a party city. Okay, let's get into Tulum. So Tulum is a city in Mexico in the state of Quintana Roo, and it has undergone a transformation from being a place that was just the jungle to now being a city that people travel to. It has turned into a tourist attraction, which some people are happy about and some people are not so happy about. Like I said, I read a lot of articles about Tulum, and it seems like people feel like it's not really a representation of Mexico. It's not a place where you go to get a true feel of Mexico. Tulum, again, is in Quintana Roo, the state. It's on the Yucatan Peninsula, and this whole span of cities is called the Riviera Maya. The region is considered the Riviera Maya. So the government has caught a lot of heat for, the city has caught a lot of flack for being too lax when it comes to the coronavirus and people protecting themselves against it. I know there was an event that was held in Tulum that was a super spreader event. Tulum and the government of the this section of Mexico is, this section of Mexico, its income is heavily dependent on tourism. So tourism was considered an essential service, and that is why the region has picked back up with having people travel to it for vacations, for leisure purposes. So Tulum is wide open because many of the citizens of these areas, this is how they make a living, through working in these areas, these tourist attractions. So tourism is an essential service, and the United States passport is welcome in Tulum. It is welcome in Mexico. It's not welcome in Europe. It's not welcome in other places around the world. So Americans have very few places to travel to. So Tulum is one of the few places that is accepting Americans, and they are grateful to have people travel to the region during this time because this is how many of the people there make a living. So I just wanted to state that. Okay, so do I think Tulum is the new Miami? I would say no, I do not think Tulum is the new Miami. I feel like Miami has a lot more to offer to you if you've never been to Miami. I would say go to Miami before you go to Tulum, because Tulum is still a place that has a lot of development that needs to happen to accommodate the amount of visitors that are traveling there. I believe that Tulum does not have the infrastructure for it to be welcoming so many people there. You cannot flush the toilet paper because there are issues with the sewer system, I believe, and just there are some structural issues that I feel like Tulum is not meant to even be compared to Miami. Miami has a lot more to offer. Miami is a city that is heavily dependent on tourism as well, but I think Miami has the infrastructure for it. Tulum, the main attraction is its main strip, and the traffic is really bad at night. It rains there, just like any tropical city. It rains. Even in Miami it rains, but in Tulum it rains and gets muddy. Like, it's always muddy there. I feel like no matter how dry it was just muddy. And maybe because we went at the end of, but we went right before it got busy, but it was just muddy. I remember stepping into like so much mud because there's like no sidewalk to walk on. So you're basically walking in the street, you're walking in mud. The traffic is really bad at night. We got stuck in traffic, which made us like 30 to 45 minutes late for our reservations, but it was fine because the places were really accommodating and the people were really nice there. The traffic is bad. The strip is like one way in and one way out, so there's no lanes, like it's one way in, one way out, so that was kind of annoying, the traffic. And the taxis can be overpriced, and luckily for us, we would like get a car service, what was really a van, and we got like the guy's number who operates or who works for a company, a transportation company, and we got him to come get us a few times to take us different places. So that was good, because when we would take taxis, we would have to get 3 taxis, because it was 4 in one taxi, 4 in another taxi, and then 4 in another taxi. So we needed to get 3 different taxis to take 12 people around. And it was just a lot better to have the big van, because then the van, you know, could have us, we could all be in that van. I would not say Tulum is the new Miami, but I did really enjoy Tulum. But if I had to make a choice, I would choose Miami. I would definitely go back to Mexico, but it was a great experience. And so I want to get to the good stuff now. I want to give you guys some suggestions on things to do while there, and places to eat. Okay, so I really enjoyed the food in Tulum. That was a highlight of our trip, was the food. There are 4 restaurants that I want to suggest to you guys, and I'm going to try to put in some clips of my experiences for you guys, to show you guys the food and the experience at the restaurants. So there is a restaurant group called, the restaurant group is Grupo Rosa Negra, and there are multiple restaurants under this restaurant group, but we ate at 3 of them. But I want to suggest 4 because we didn't get to eat at the 4th one. Tora, Taboo, Parole, and Rosa Negra. So I highly suggest those 4 restaurants. Tora is a Japanese restaurant, and it was so good. If you go there, get the rice pot. Thank me later. Taboo is a beach club, but we didn't go to the beach club. We went to the restaurant at night. It's a Mediterranean restaurant, and it was really good. And I got the burger, and it was really good. Of really good Mediterranean food. Parole is an Italian restaurant, and it was so good. I got the lasagna. I will insert. And then Rosa Negra. So Rosa Negra is their Latin American restaurant, which we did not get to eat at. So we really wanted to have Latin American food, and I did get Mexican food like at the hotel. And so I was able to get Mexican food, but the Rosa Negra is a Latin American restaurant, so it's not just Mexican. I think it's Colombian, Mexican, maybe Brazilian. It's like a fusion of different cultures within Latin America. So I really wanted to eat there, but we didn't get to eat there. Also, there's this ice cream place called Aldo's. They have really good ice cream, and I got the the very refreshing sherbet, and I got mango and another flavor, but the kiwi was really good. Like, the lady let me sample a bunch of different ones. And so go to Aldo's. There are multiple locations.
Fresh?
It's nothing special. It's good though. You gonna take a picture of it? Yeah. So the beach. The beach is not, at least from what we were told, but it could be because our hotel and the beach club are in conjunction with each other, so they want us to pay to go to the beach. But our hotel told us that we couldn't just go to the beach. You have to pay to go to the beach. So I just want to let you guys know that if there is another way to get to the beach, please let me know below. We had to go through a beach club to gain access to the beach. We couldn't just, like in Miami, you could just go to the beach. Not in Tulum. You actually have to pay. So we went through the Maya Beach Club. By Selena, and it is 2 ways you can gain access to the beach. You can either start a tab and get food and drinks, and you have to spend at least $35, or you can pay $35 to just enter into the beach club, and you get a couple of like recliner couches, or you basically can chill out there for like hours. I think we had our time slot was for 3 hours. So just want to let you guys know that the food was good. I had quesadillas and guacamole.
I got my first tattoo.
And I had 2 drinks, and I spent about $46. So I think it's worth it to just start a tab. So some other suggestions I have for you guys are, you will have to get some taxis. So make sure you take enough cash. Make sure you exchange your cash before you even get to Mexico. You can do that. You can go to a bank. You can go to probably a credit union. You can go to a money exchange place. And taking enough cash, because we had to actually go to the money exchange place. Some people had to go to the money exchange place multiple times. Also, the ATMs there, when you put your card in and get cash out, they charge you crazy fees. I would suggest each person needing at least 350 pesos. Like, that's what you need to take at least. Rental cars. If you're going to rent a car, it's kind of tricky in Mexico. Well, in Tulum. So we were going to rent a car, but the rental car hold fee was like $1,000. Here in the US, a fee, they might put a hold on your card for maybe $200-300, but $1,000 hold, that's a bit ridiculous. Just warning you guys, if you wanted to go to Tulum and rent a car, I would say renting a car could save you money, but parking is not easy to find on the main strip. I don't know how practical it is to rent a car. There's no Uber there, so you will have to take taxis, and you do need cash to pay the taxi drivers. So lastly, I have 4 activity suggestions. If you decide to travel to Tulum, Tulum has one of the 7 wonders of the world, and that is the Chichén Itzá ruins. I did not get to go to the ruins. If I ever go back, I will definitely make sure I travel to the ruins. Go to the ruins. Number 2 is swim in a cenote. A cenote is basically a sinkhole, and you can swim in them, and they're really cool. I didn't get to go to a cenote because our days were jam-packed that I was exhausted when I got back home because we did so much. We went to the Explore Park, and this is basically an adventure park. If you like adventure, if you like being active, we did zip lining through the jungle. We did zip lines in water. We swam in a cave, and it's really fun. Explore Park is about 45 minutes away from Tulum, so you will have to get a taxi or get some type of transportation. The hotel we stayed at was the Kasa Hotel Parota, and it is a beautiful hotel. It's basically outdoor, like everything is open air. So the restaurant is open air. Everything is basically outside. We stayed in a 1-bedroom suite, and I feel like it is what we paid for 3 nights is what you would probably pay for 1 night at a hotel in Miami. So the one good thing about Tulum is that it's very affordable, and it's a lot cheaper than Miami. We had the 1-bedroom suite, so it had a full kitchen, a full living room, and it had a dining room. It had a nice appliances and a separate bedroom. Like the bedroom was completely separate from everything else, and it had a balcony. I enjoyed the hotel, but the great thing about the hotel also is that the front desk management was very helpful to us. Anytime we needed bottled water, they had bottled water available. If we needed help with anything, like even just helping us figure out where to eat and what to go and things to do, they were very helpful. So I highly recommend the Kasa Hotel. You can also rent a boat, which is what we did. And it was cool. It was kind of expensive for what it was, but renting the boat on the boat, they provided us with alcohol, but I didn't drink anything, and because I kind of didn't trust the alcohol, I would have rather brought my own alcohol. And then they made us guacamole, which was so good. Like, it was so good. And they made us shrimp ceviche, and I had never had ceviche. And that was amazing. It was addictive. So rent a boat, and the boat took off from the Puerto Aventuras, which is in Soledad, Mexico. That's the city that it's in, but that's where the boat took off. And if I ever go back to Quintana Roo, I will definitely stay at Puerto Aventuras.
Hey, come here, Sally. This right here is still taco house right here. Yeah, you see how low I said it.
Because they have all-inclusives there, and they have a Kasa hotel there too, and it's a nice looking hotel, and I would love to go back because the cool thing about Puerto Aventuras is that it has its own private beach area. So you can be in an all-inclusive and the beach is right there and it's private. But I honestly would say that Miami and Tulum just have two very different vibes. Tulum has gotten more popular due to Instagram, and so many people are traveling there, and it's cool. But I would say Tulum is, to me, the people there are less stiff. Like the locals are, and they seem to be really nice. But Miami is a bit more, I would say, Miami is a bit more. Tulum is still getting itself together. Miami is more advanced. So it is definitely like how you look plays a major role in how people treat you in Miami. I never felt uncomfortable walking into certain places in Tulum as opposed to Miami. Like, you kind of know when you get around, when you go to certain places in Miami, it's just kind of like a vibe. Like, Tulum is not the new Miami. And if you were trying to make a decision between going to Tulum or going to Miami, I would say go to Miami. Though Tulum is more affordable, I would choose Miami over Tulum. But like I said, Tulum is very affordable. So if you want to save some money, try out Tulum. You will probably have a really good time. But that is all from me today. Thank you for watching. If you have traveled to Tulum and you want to share your thoughts, please leave some below. And thank you guys for watching my video. Bye.